Got it. Good evening, Mr. Watsy.
Good evening. How you going?
All the better. Good to see you. Yeah.
You too. Thank you.
Johnny's got his chair there representing the Colonel. That's the he was he as soon as you pinged to come in, he got up and went.
I had to
Yeah,
blow
He's
my
coming
nose.
back now.
I can take
went
that.
I had to
Good
blow my
morning, John.
nose. Hi,
How you
mate.
going?
Yeah.
So so with you, Steve, because you've been away, haven't you? Or are you?
No. I just was out last week. The last meeting I just couldn't get to a phone. I had family stuff on.
No,
So
that's
yeah,
fine.
I
We
missed.
we totally understand
Apologies.
it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, not at all. Because if we had any friends or family that wanted to be with us, we wouldn't be here, would we,
You'd
Johnny?
do the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
would.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I had
It
same
happens.
thing happened today, but it was an early finish.
It happens. It
It's
happens.
excellent. So and
Grand,
also,
granddaughter's second birthday today. So yeah,
oh no,
we
Wow.
the
had
little
the
one.
happy birthday and the cake and all that sort of stuff today.
What
Well,
one?
I don't know
Yeah.
if she enjoyed it, but I'm sure you did.
We did, yeah, I did too. That's absolutely. Yeah.
Do they live far away from you?
No, only about 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the car,
Oh, that's handy.
close by. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
it's
That's
nice and handy.
And it's her elder sister that she's is interested in the football. Is that right?
It's her younger sister who's interested in the football. She's the football freak. Although this daughter actually actually came to London when she finished school. She came to London and got a job with Manchester City. She worked for Manchester City at the old main road, and she
No.
did the move. She was a staffing recruiter, and she actually did the move when they moved from Main Road to Emirates
Etihad.
to Etihad. She did the move and moved them across. Did all the parades in the streets and recruiting staff and stuff like that. Then she left there and went to Wembley to open the new Wembley when the new Wembley was being built to staff that. But because that was so far behind with all the strikes and business that went on, the company also had the contract with Arsenal. So she went to Arsenal and moved Arsenal out of Highbury into the Emirates and moved and employed all the staff there. Having said that, she has no interest in football whatsoever.
Oh
Wow.
my
Not
God.
not the slightest. No,
That's a
That,
huge
not
that
the
deal.
is
slightest interest.
well, that's why she probably did so well because she was just concentrating on the work
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not
She didn't know one person from another. I remember one story. She said that when she was when they were moving into Emirates from Highbury, she said that she had staff members that she was showing around or she had interviewed, and she was showing staff members around the stadium and what they'd be doing, and corporate boxes. And some guy walked out with a towel around his waist from one of the rooms, and she said, "You can't be walking around like that. Get away there." And the lady who she was with said, "You realise that was David Seaman that you just spoke to?" So a bit like you, John, bollockings galore. But yeah,
Well,
but no, she had no interest in football whatsoever.
Oh, great stuff. Well, that's a
But the young,
brilliant story. Lovely,
yeah.
but the
lovely.
younger one is Stevie Walker's best friend.
Stevie Walkers and Mr. Martin, good to see you.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Martin.
Nice to see you all again. Sorry
Yeah,
I couldn't make it the last fortnight, but these things happen.
Well, that's all right. You've been keeping an eye on us, but and we've been thinking of you, so
Yeah.
everyone's happy.
Did you
CBD Steve Walker.
How are we all?
Good,
Oh,
mate.
we're all right. We're good. We're good.
Good.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Thanks for asking, Steve. So,
That's all right.
but for you two boys down under, obviously
Hi,
again,
Richard.
that's
Look, I'm going to have to
the
call you back,
Arcadia
mate. I'm on a
behind
Zoom
you, isn't
meeting
it?
at the moment.
Watsy?
All right.
It is.
Talk to you
Yeah,
It
soon.
is.
yeah.
She's
But
going
I
into.
forgot to ask, is that a photo you took personally?
No, I didn't. This is a shot that was appeared in the newspaper, and that's entering into Newcastle, New South Wales, Newcastle Harbour, the first ever visit for a P&O ship into Newcastle.
So
Oh, wow.
would that have been whilst you were on board the ship?
Yes,
Or,
yes.
so
Yeah.
we're looking back at what, 75, 76?
It was 70. It was.
That's a big picture, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say,
What the?
wow, it must
How
cover
do
his
you got-
entire dining room.
He's
He's
gone
got
back.
to turn. He's just got to turn two.
He's turning two. He's just joining the ship.
Just gone to close the
It
lock.
was. It was
it's
70.
like
It was 75.
Like Doctor Who. It's like Doctor Who.
75. I just had to look at the original picture up on the wall, framed photo up on the wall. It's got the sort of date on it, 1975.
Yeah.
But is that the whole? Is that wall behind you? Is that the whole of the dining room or something? Is it complete like a 10
No,
foot by 15 foot?
It's a bar area. Yeah, it's a bar area. A
Love
bar.
it. I
Computer
love
booth.
it. Brilliant. That's fantastic.
Dave, have you changed your name, Dave and Joe, man?
It's but it's more. Johnny couldn't spell anchovy.
Okay. All right.
Hang on, Johnny. It's not good that you're getting a bollocking. That's not his role to receive.
Well, he's a director. He is entitled to do
I need to have
that.
things right.
Oh no. Oh, that's good. That's not good. That's not good.
Okay, it's fixed.
That's all right. So, Martin, with you, I know you haven't got any backdrop photos of at the moment or whatever, but in your history of pictures of the ships, what I know that's a one of your favourites, Watsy, isn't it? That picture.
It is. Because
What about
when I
pictures
jumped,
for you?
I went to Newcastle.
And Martin, what about you? What's one of your favourite from the shippy?
Well, I've got a picture on my wall, and that's the one similar to the one that you've got behind you, Dave, but it's actually the Oriana. I'll show it.
That is the Oriana.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Down. Is that Circular Quay?
Yeah, circular key.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
okay,
a pretty common picture that a lot of people have got. So I got it mounted and put on a nice frame.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not
Nothing like a
technically
good
advanced like you guys to just swap and put all these different photos on.
No, it doesn't matter, Martin. You've got them, but that's one of your favourites. But
Yeah, it is. I mean, Oriana was a fun ship. It probably wasn't the most elegant ship I was on. I probably enjoyed the Sea Princess more.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't on the Canberra very long,
No.
but I did enjoy the Canberra and the people I met on it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all of the P&O ships I worked on, and just wish I could have stayed a little bit longer. Not as long as Foxy, mind you.
No, because he's still there. Then is he? Is he still there?
He's still there, Foxy. He's still, signing on and.
That's unbelievable. That's wonderful. Hey, talk about.
But as you know, Dave, I mean, the ships they're just not the same as what they are.
Yeah.
Or they were back in the day. A lot of the excitement's gone out of it, really.
I think so. It's
gone on quite a long time.
I haven't watched it. I don't know if it's coming on this week, but Steve Walker might have seen the promo for it. They're going back to 1970s, the holiday program. I don't know if you guys were in the UK when Judith Chalmers used to do a holiday program. When we were younger, she used to do this about going away on holiday. And it was the early start of when the Brits used to go over to Spain for the package holidays. But they're doing different ones. But the Brits when we first went out to ski out in France and what have you. But obviously the holidays to Spain with the package holidays, but also it's got a clip of the Oriana when people started going cruising. So I want to watch it. If I find out what it's where it's on, what it's on, you might be able to,
Yeah.
look it up.
Download it.
You know. Did you see it, Steve? Have you seen the advert on the TV? Walker, Steve Walker.
No,
Have you seen, you
no.
didn't see the
I
advert?
haven't seen that, John, Dave. No. What channel is it going to be on?
I think it might be an ITV one, but
Right.
it'll be on. We'll have a look. I'll have a
Keep
look.
your eye out for it and put a bulletin out when it's on.
Yeah, put a
That's your,
bulletin
that's
out,
your,
not a
that's your
bollocking.
next mission, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, isn't it, when you think about it? Because, like, I think I've mentioned it once before. The first ship I ever went on was the Northern Star, Shore Savile, when I was 13 or 14.
What,
for
a school
cruise with
trip or
Mum.
family holiday?
No, it was a family
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
And I think Steve used to work on there, didn't you, Steve?
Yeah, I was on the Northern Star. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I distinctly remember when we pulled into Madeira, the ship that was alongside us was the Black Watch.
Yeah.
You remember that? The Fred Olsen line?
Fred Olsen,
Fred,
Black
yeah, yeah,
Watch,
Fred
yeah.
Olsen, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they must have been some. I mean, they had more than one ship, didn't they? The Fred Olsen line.
Yeah. What
I
was
mean,
what was the Eagle? What was that company?
That it was P&O Ferries, that wasn't it?
Was it P&O Ferries?
Yeah.
All right, okay, but
I'm sure it was. Yeah.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
alongside the Black Watch when you first came into Madeira.
Madeira, yeah. Always loved Madeira.
No,
And
so
I found out some interesting things. It's probably one of the scariest places to fly into.
I'll be there in September, Madeira.
In Madeira,
Yeah.
Funchal, yeah.
oh, excellent. Johnny, if I give you a little list, can you bring back some wicker garden furniture that I need, please?
Yeah.
and a few bottles of Mathieu's Rosé.
Yeah.
Do you know what? When I came back I was on the Canberra and I was due to go on leave, and we'd gone to Madeira for on that last trip. And I said to my dad, I said, Dad, can you come down and pick me up? But can you bring because Mum had a Mini, I think, but can you come down in the estate car? Because I've got a bit of wicker work I want to bring back home. So he came down. Well, I bought two sets of garden furniture, wicker furniture, and a chair for my granny as well, and also another chair, wicker chair. Well, honestly, the car was rammed, and the roof, it was all tied up all over the roof, and we got a 2.5 hour trip back up to Bristol or whatever it was from Southampton, because the roads were pretty poor then anyway. And honestly, I'll never forget. And do you know what? We have still got some of that furniture, still got it, and that's going back. That was 1975. Yeah, it must have been 75. So,
Where did you stow it, Dave?
well, I mean, initially, I mean,
On the ship.
On the ship. Oh, down in where the luggage
Okay.
to be stowed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't bring it back to the cabin. Bloody hell, wouldn't have been no room in the cabin. Yeah, but just kept
it was the same
on.
in Manila out this way. They used to sell some really nice stuff as well.
Oh yeah.
The big high back round chairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think when next time not McKinnon, but when Callo's on, he'll probably be able to enlighten you on a few stories. I'm sure he set up a business where he was importing a lot of that furniture from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Well, on the ship, he used to bring it back on.
No, when he came ashore.
Oh, okay.
He had a business in Sydney, and that's where he was getting a lot of his stock from. Yeah. I mean, it was good stuff, you know.
He's not in.
So,
Did you buy your first lawnmower out there, Watsy?
No, it's Australian born and bred.
Even
hey,
better.
Watson, do you get on Marketplace at all?
Yeah, now and again.
There's a bloke on there at the moment trying to sell this bloody lawnmower. It looks brand new, and he keeps changing the price every day. And it's like
That's the,
nobody's bought the bloody thing.
I think I've seen it, a blue Victor
Yeah.
mower.
John Bonono or somebody.
I
His
have.
name
I
is.
saw it. I saw that tonight.
Well, I
I
sent
did.
him a message saying, you know, is this still available?
Yeah.
I'll give you 150. I think he only wanted 190, and then the next day he's put it up to 220.
Oh,
He might. I think he has a few different ones, Martin. I think he's in the trade. You know what I mean? I think he buys and revamps them and paints them and redoes them.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think
Well,
I don't think he's a private
I
sale.
bought a job lot of those filters from China, so I've got the Victor 500 EV, and it's been brilliant. I've had it for 10 years, and
Wow.
yeah, not a thing wrong with it. You know, change the oil every year and filters
10
and spark
years.
plug. And, yeah,
Wow.
well,
I suppose that's. I suppose 10 years sounds a long time, but we go through that. We do as much work in that as your 10 years in 6 months. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like if you say 10 years, 52 weeks a year. If you mowed your lawn, for 30 weeks of the
once
year,
a week. Yeah,
that's 300 mows. Well,
Yeah.
I'd do that in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
With our mower, we have got what the smaller one, but we've got I got a bigger one to sit on because it's enough space for me to warrant it.
Yes, it is, yeah.
But anyway, by the by, this week I went down to bring it back out. I've done a few cuts already, but did this last cut, and it started coughing and spluttering, and black smoke came out the thing. And I managed to get it back to to where it lives, and I thought, well, I'll check it out. So I started checking this, that, and the other out, and I thought, right, it may be some crap in the oil, in the fuel by near to the filter. So I then took out the pipe from the petrol tank, and I said, well, I'll just drain off the petrol. There wasn't any petrol in it.
That's that could be an issue.
Well, they do need that to work, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh God, I know. So I'm
Almost
gonna go. Hopefully, it will work when the petrol comes. Before I forget, I said to Colonel that Pete might not be in this morning because he's going to Wembley for the Bromley final. Bromley are playing in their lower division finals playoff.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So he was going there today. I spoke to him yesterday. So
Yeah, he just posted that he's not coming in, Dave.
oh, what
I
Pete
thought it
did?
was.
Yeah.
I thought it was because they were playing Forest next week. Hey, we're on a winning streak at the moment. 1 from 1.
Yeah. 1 from 1 against Sheffield United. You've done well.
Yeah. You
Which
can't
might be
stop us
Bobo.
now.
Oh yes,
Bobo.
hello, morning, Taffy. Taffy's there, and Bobo's coming in.
Hi, Tuff. Hey, Bobo.
Hi, how are you?
Tough.
Great. Let's go. But Bobo, are you just about ready to go to jump the first of the jumps at Haydock?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be on the grass now.
Well done, lovely. Well, thanks for both you and Taffy with different reports, but for you especially, Bobo, lovely over in Ireland. But as far as the weather and the views, but sorry about the family, and hope things will improve. But we are thinking of you. So
Yeah, they're not too good, but anyway, that's life. Yeah, that's life. But yeah, we'll get through it. Yeah, we'll get through it.
We are thinking of you. And Bobo, just while I'm on, it'll save Colonel giving you a bollocking. can you turn the phone on your side? That's brilliant.
Okay,
Brilliant.
done it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's all right. And that, you know, that thing you were looking for, Bobo, it's on the top of the wardrobe. So it's behind you.
You sure? Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear. So Bobo, whereabouts in Ireland are you?
In the frozen part.
All right.
In the
I'm
frozen.
in a small in Lurgan, which is about frozen. You're funny. About 40 minutes from Belfast. Yeah. So, but we've been out early this morning. We had to take his wife's son to the airport because he was going over to England. So we've been up since about 5:30. So, but the weather's no good here today. But it's good in England apparently, isn't it? The sunny weather in England.
It was a really good day yesterday. It's a bit of an overcast here at the moment, Bobo, but
okay, yeah,
but not to worry. And Taffy, is it glorious up there?
Looks nice and sunny in Wales.
It's like the south of France out there at the moment.
Is it?
No.
Wow.
But it's going to rain. Apparently, it's going to rain tonight, which
Tonight.
I'm really disappointed, but because I'm quite concerned about them. At the Bruce Springsteen concert. Have a look here. You'll see these crosses from the reunion.
Fabulous.
And we all put a cross up for somebody that we had known.
Oh,
So one of those will be one of our
fabulous.
mates.
Here we are with Taffy in Cardiff, finally. Giving us the Royal Tour, the Grand Tour, down at Mermaid Quay, over there.
Oh, yes,
that's
today.
That's tonight, and for the life of me, I can't find out whether they're going to close the bloody roof or not. It's amazing, really.
They should do.
Oh,
Bobo, you're usually there at these.
I'm not. Normally am. I plan to be there at the or in Wales, but anyway, my plans didn't work out. But
No.
that's okay. So, but yeah, so it'd be pumping in Cardiff. Oh, when they have that stadium with these concerts, it's unreal, isn't it, Taffy?
yeah, I see you showing the flag. Did you have a daffodil on, Bobo?
Yes, of course.
Well done, good man. Fly the flag.
I'm flying the flag. Yeah,
Flying the
flag. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Well, I went to the Grease musical yesterday in Sydney.
Really?
Very good. Very good.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
How's John Travolta looking?
A little bit dated. He's wearing Oxford bags now, and they're not skin tight.
Where was which theatre did you go to?
The Capitol in Haymarket, which is near Chinatown.
Yeah.
As Bobo would know. And,
yeah, that's it. Good theatre.
Sorry, I'm just going to take this call.
Yeah.
I can put you on mute, Martin, don't we?
Well done. Yeah, well, I think Martin's contacting his agent about appearing on stage in Greece tonight, apparently. So that'll be interesting. So Watsy, and again, the photo behind you, that's a great photo.
The reason I just put that up last week, or was it last week on the UK bar, was talking about the C School, Gravesend C School, and the jackets, the Andy Pandy jackets. What we knew.
Oh, the piss suit, the piss jacket.
Voila.
Yeah.
Wow, flipping heck.
Voila. I think I must have taken mine with me. That was my first trip, and that was in San Francisco. Yeah, on Arcadia.
Oh, so is that the island? Is that the prison?
That's
behind?
that's the prison. Yeah.
We used to pay to go in to cut the sleeves off.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
exactly.
That was actually it's all right. I like wearing it.
Yeah. Was that last week? Was that last Aussie
Yes,
Crew
it was.
Bar?
Yeah.
The Aussie Crew Bar.
So were you where was that? Were you on the gang or something at that
No,
time?
no. I was catering. I was bellboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a bellboy.
Yeah.
Sorry, what shirt's that, Steve? Is that one from the peanut factory?
Yes, from the peanut factory. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it now. Yeah.
Peanut
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah. See, they had there's a big reunion on from peanut factory yesterday at Cleethorpes. A guy a guy from my year who was in my class, Mick Thistlethwaite. I think he's the organizer of it. I watch him on Facebook. I keep in touch with him on Facebook, and
I see the same posts. Yeah.
Did you see it? Yeah. I was in his class.
Yeah.
So you've got a team photo of your class, haven't you? Then what?
Yes.
I know all you boys.
Yeah, I
did,
wish
didn't
I
you?
had one as well. There's a lady who we contact, and she's got the administration side of things where she's got everybody's information of when they were there. But unfortunately for me, we didn't have a photo taken. But
didn't you?
no,
You didn't have
we
a photo
may have done,
taken?
but I can't remember it. You know, it's
You
just
must have done. I don't think you ever got out of the joint without having it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I was there in 76, I think it was, or 76 or 77.
Right.
Yeah, in January through till early April, and it was bloody cold down there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And what about the year? What year is that behind you, Watsy?
That is that's K class in 74, June to November. July to November or whatever, around there. Yeah, I left in November.
Got it. Yeah.
1969.
Did you have the big canvas haversack thing that they?
Still got it, Martin. Still got it. With
Really?
the drawings all over it. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, because I remember standing at the station and everybody signing it. Everybody.
That's right. Got
Yeah.
all the signatures on it. Yeah.
Flipping heck.
Yeah.
You're
What a
right.
joint.
And Steve Walker, did you have a knapsack when you left, or
Yes,
was it
a big sack when I left. Everything dropped.
What to the bottom?
Well, you didn't
I
the
started in
kitchen, did you?
November 69 until February 1970.
And that's when you then went on the Northern Star.
No. We had a 2-week break for Christmas, so it was extended. He sent us home for 2 weeks over Christmas. The day I left, I got called into the office, and the guy said to me, "You've been selected by P&O." He said, "All you need to do is just go home, and they'll contact you." And they contacted me. They said, "We've got you on our books. You're on pay from the day you left the college." And I didn't get my first ship until April. I was at home for like 6 weeks waiting for a ship.
Whoa,
Wow.
My
On
first ship
pay.
was the Orsover.
Orsover. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you weren't on the ship that Martin was saying at the same time. What year would you have been on the Northern Star, Martin?
I think about 74, 73 or 74.
Well, Steve might have been.
74. I was there.
Yeah.
I know we had a beautiful Scouse waitress,
Big
blonde
tall
hair.
thing girl.
Yeah.
Joan the Bone, they used to call her. Long hair.
Well,
I
I wish I'd have known that then.
She ended up living in Perth.
That's not far from you, Martin.
It's only 5 hours.
Fortunately, she passed away last year.
I forgot to mention
it must be, 'cause I remember Joe the Bone, the very tall, thin Scouse girl with long hair. I've got
Yeah.
a picture.
I forgot to mention you boys talking about the Canberra. Sorry to kind of interrupt, Steve. It's just what I try not to do. When I was standing, when I got the telegram from P&O to go to Southampton and stand by, I got sent to Canberra for 2 days, and that could have been the end of my seagoing career. Because as I said before, I didn't really know what I was doing in the galley, right? You know, I was really like I made sandwiches at Gatwick Airport, so and they sussed me out, and I had to make bread pudding for there's a big luncheon. All the P&O everyone was there, and I barely got to make the bread pudding, but thank goodness I did. And then all of a sudden there was a panic because this drunk Scots third cook and baker didn't turn up for the Oriana, so they sent me there immediately. And then Lou Menzies, he needed someone to go down the crew mess because the crew mess was full of fucking deckies from Belfast, and they were a bunch of assholes, really. and they needed someone to go down there and like make it work, you know. And of course I did, and the rest is history.
Well,
And how old were you then, John?
Yeah.
How old were you, John?
I was 19 when I, but yeah, 19 when I, yeah, 19, yeah.
Back to
Okay.
Martin. Which restaurant were you in? Do you remember which restaurant you were in? Forward or aft?
I
think it was probably aft.
I was going to say maybe aft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second class.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're all right, Watsy. Don't start on that.
Don't
Sorry,
take a turn up, Martin. Me and you sail
Just
together.
don't tell Macca.
Martin, I'm the first person you sail with.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, Steve,
when you say about going to like who you're going to go, you went to the shipping what do you call it, the
Federation.
Federation.
Yeah.
Federation.
The pool. The pool.
I actually the pool. I never went there because when I went for my interview with P&O when I was 13. At 13, I wrote,
Is it Prescott
to
Street?
I wrote to P&O and said that I'd like to, you know, join their company, etc. And I remember my mum took me up on the train to London for an interview when I was 13, and then they said, okay, you go home, you go to school till you're 15, and then we'll contact you and we'll send you to training school and you're guaranteed P&O. So like all the guys that left when I left, they all left Gravesend and then went straight to the pool, whereas I just swanned home and just waited for P&O to send me my, you know, plane ticket to Hong Kong. I went to Hong Kong, meet Oronze, but I didn't have to apply for anything. You know what I mean? I just
yeah.
Well,
my pool was Hull. I had to go to Hull.
Okay.
Which I thought was a bit. I mean, it wasn't too far from Nottingham, from where I was, but I suppose anywhere would have sufficed really. But as soon as I got left sea school, then 2 weeks later they sent me to Canberra in Southampton. He was just getting back from the World Cruise.
Yeah.
So how did that work? When you're 15, when you fly into Hong Kong at 15, how did that work? Were you like accompanied by a chaperone or something?
No, funny enough, John, there was another couple of kids from the school, from sea school, who went to the pool and they got the same. They got Oronze as well. 2 weeks later, they got sent to Oronze as well. So we flew out together, but we were close to 16 because it was November. So close to 16 we were. But we went to Hong Kong. No, we weren't. We were just given our tickets and our train tickets to get to London and to Heathrow, and that was it. Yeah.
at WotC, that was pretty close for me because that year I joined July 74, and we
Right.
were, I might have mentioned before, but the group of us training we were already 18. I was nearly 19. But by the by, after our week's training in Southampton or whatever, the Aronze was in, and alongside, she was in for a few weeks. She was in dry dock. She was in dry dock. And
Yes.
we literally drew out the hat, 12 for Canberra, 8 for Aronze. I just drew out a Canberra, you know. If I drawn
Yes.
out Aronze, I would have been out there when you joined.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
amazing, that.
You wouldn't have been lucky enough, Dave, to be sharing a 16 berth cabin with us.
Bloody hell.
No, of course
16
not.
berth.
No. Well, not on that occasion.
16 berth cabin that first Aronze trip, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
unless
I had
unless
I think-
Joan the Bone was there.
Yeah.
Steve, why was she called Joan the Bone? Is it because she liked it?
She was thin.
Oh,
Very thin girl. She was.
Get out of the gutter, David.
There's no fat on her.
Oh, now
More
Taffy,
fat on the butcher's
you've got a
pencil.
photo behind you, and that looks. There are some faces there. Now,
Yes.
where's the photo? Oh, it's San Francisco, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, and I was a little bit baffled because, you know, your memory plays a bit of a trick with you. But I thought that was I always thought that was the Canberra on the World Cruise, but it can't be because flat batteries on it.
Sun Princess.
It's some.
Yeah.
I recognise
Yeah,
the sunbeds as well as the deck.
Yeah, so it's Sun Princess, but funny how my head had it that it
Yeah.
was my first World Cruise because we were on the Canberra at the same time, Dave. But
Yes.
we didn't know each other then.
No. Well, we weren't working together, were we? Was that the 74 Worldie or the 70?
74, I done the I joined in June 73, done that Caribbean cruising with the Canberra, and then a World Cruise at the end of 73. But the one I must have done 2, possibly 3 World Cruises.
You
so
did.
the 74 is when we would have been together.
No, 75 actually, Taff, because
Is it?
I did the 75 and 76.
Right.
So
well,
I think
at that
75,
time, at that time, I was in the Bonito Club with
Ollie.
Derek.
Oh, and
Derek,
Ollie?
the historian, and Ollie. Yeah. Derek and Ollie.
Yeah.
So where were you working then?
In the 75 Worldie, I was winging. In
You were a winger,
75.
yeah. I wouldn't-
76, I
Pacific
was
or the
doing
Atlantic?
Yeah.
Peacock.
No, see on the
No,
right of you,
Peacock was a bar.
as you're looking at the photograph,
76.
Dave.
Holy.
Yeah.
See on the right of you, the guy on the end with the blue sweatshirt on.
Yes.
Who and what was he? Because I always recollect that he was a very nice guy, a good
Is
man.
that John Russell?
But I can't figure out what he did on the ship. He
No.
wasn't in the bars or anything. He definitely wasn't in the bars. But I always thought him, well, what a gentleman he was. He was a few years older than us idiots.
Yeah.
I knew a John Russell as well. He was a redhead though.
No, John Russell.
Yeah.
JR, he wasn't red.
Okay.
Look
No,
how
you
slim
You
I
said
look
you
with
were
that
you said
cummerbund
you were
on.
in the Peacock. You said you were in the Peacock room. That was a bar, wasn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it was a bar.
'Cause I
That was
worked in-
that was the 76 Worldie. Yeah, I was there
Yeah, I
with
worked
Phil
in.
Cox.
I worked in there for a while
That's
with
good.
Mick Franklin and Freddie Gray.
Right,
And,
right. I
they were
think
the
we
barmen
had
and-
Sid the Yid, Sid Harris, and Steve. Cockney Steve was the assistant on that Worldie. It was Phil Cox, and also do you remember George Baker the lead. He wasn't the welfare
Yes,
hand.
yes, I do. Yeah.
Well, his son was Tony, and Tony was it was the three of us: Tony, myself, and Phil Cox were the PRSs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I was
Tony
on there that
Baker,
day.
we called him number one, didn't we? Because Tony Baker, and I'm gonna put a photograph up later on before we close of Tony Baker, because I bumped into him on the ferries down at Dover, and I tell you, man, he was such a character on the I think it was on the might have been the Pacific Princess that I sailed for a while with him.
Mhm.
And if you ever wanted any rumor to spread around the ship, you say, go up and see Tony. Tell him to keep it a secret. And by the time we got into whatever it was, there was the secret, the scandal that was going on. It'd be right around the ship. But number one, we used to call him because he was, he was a bit older than the rest of the kids on the ship.
Yeah.
And but he always stayed PRS, and he must have looked after the box or something.
Yes, yeah,
Up in
yeah.
the Starlight Lounge on the Pacific. But I'll put a picture up of him.
Yeah.
But I did like Tony. He was a lovely guy. It's just he just couldn't wait to tell anybody. You just had to tell Tony to spread it round the ship. Tony Baker. And apparently, I will say this, God bless him, because he had a heart attack on the beach in Spain. He went on holiday, and he never came back, or he came back, but he died on the beach.
Oh, what Tony did?
Yeah, Tony had a heart attack on the beach in Spain. I'm not sure where in Spain, but
Sad.
yeah,
Oh,
that is
blimey.
sad because he was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was such a shame. He was just such a likable guy. Tony.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, Martin, when you put that picture up of you going to the Greece, it took me back because I went to see Greece on Broadway with my nephew in New York, and I all suited up, and I couldn't find the blinking photograph. I wanted to put it up.
Greece.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're the one that I want. You're the one that I want.
Martin, was it a full house at the theatre?
It was
pretty
packed.
much.
It was a matinee session.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was expensive, but it wasn't cheap, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
But
They
they did 2 sessions on the day. 2 o'clock.
Doing a lot of advertising. They're doing a lot of advertising, man, aren't they? Because it's got to leave Sydney in a month, isn't it? The end of the month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, it was great. It was good, but I'd say we go to quite a few shows, me and my wife, and Bodyguard was fantastic. Tina Turner, the Tina musical was unbelievable.
Really?
I'd recommend that.
Yeah.
And the usual Phantom, and
Have you seen? Have you seen Book of Mormon's coming back to Sydney next year?
Who?
Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon.
Yeah, go and see it.
I'm not really religious.
No,
Steve,
well, neither am I. But that's the reason you'd go and see it. I saw it in London and I saw it in Sydney last time. It's very good, brilliant.
Okay.
Talking about London, are you two boys from down under? Are you looking at coming over this year to UK, or maybe not?
Well,
I'm there in September, Dave.
If the war stops in Israel, we may be.
Oh right, okay. Oh blimey. Well, if that's the case, come on over. But so that's all right. But Watsy, when you come over, 3rd of September, you said, how long are you over for?
6th of September, I think I get there, and I'm there for 6 weeks.
Well, brilliant, because we'll be away in the beginning of September, but not for 6 weeks.
That's great.
Actually, they're the 6 weeks that all of us in the UK are away.
Yeah, I thought so. Right. I thought
you got the place to yourself, Steve.
Yeah.
Just ask Dave to leave the keys under the plant pot.
It's always there.
I've got a spare bedroom in every town.
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
that's right. Yeah.
Oh no,
Listen,
that'll be great. It'll be good to see you over here. And Martin, irrespective of any wars that are yet to come or whatever, are you likely to come over this year or
Well,
maybe
the
next?
thing is, we've got our first grandchild coming in June, so I can't do anything around that particular
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But maybe towards Christmas, because I'm out of work at the moment. Unfortunately, my client, who I was looking after, has had a bad turn in his health as well. So yeah, I was looking after a guy with dementia,
Right.
and he had a seizure in my car a couple of weeks ago,
Oh no.
and has been hospitalised. So yeah, an ex-football player.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
What for
yeah.
Aussie football player or
Yeah.
was
Yeah, an Australian guy.
Mhm.
Used to play for West's Magpies in the 80s. Very strong player, second rower. Not a big name, but you could look him up and find out who he was. But a lovely family,
Yeah.
you know. And I've been looking after this guy for about 5 years now. And
Wow. And were you taking him out sort of so many days a week or
3 days a week, 4 days a week, taking him to his appointments, taking him to the gym, taking him swimming.
Oh.
Yeah, and this guy was incredibly fit. I'd take him to an outdoor pool in Prairie Wood, and he'd swim 40 laps of a
You're
50-meter
joking.
pool.
Wow.
flipping out?
Did water polo when he retired from football, and was also a plumber by trade.
Yeah.
And such a lovely, lovely family, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's in hospital at the moment, and we're just, you know, biding time, waiting to see how he goes.
How old is he, Martin?
He's a year older than me, 65.
You're
Really?
joking.
Yeah,
Flipping heck.
this dementia, mate, is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
flip it. Well, good on you, but and
Yeah.
lovely to the peace of mind for the family that they've had you, you know, doing what you've done with him all those years, you know.
yeah, I don't do it for the money, even though you know, there is a little bit of money attached to it. It's not. I don't do it for that reason. When you know,
Yeah.
our son went into care and went into his own facility, I thought that's the best job I could do. You know, is help somebody else. So that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing.
That's
Martin,
lovely.
you know, you know how interested I am in rugby union, but it's the same in all contact sports now. They're all terrified and it's all blowing up because they're having to pay compensation to the players. We've got about 30 or 40 claiming in Wales for dementia brought on by, you know, because
head trauma. Yeah.
And
the knocks that they get. I just don't see how boxers even get insurance these days. It's just
it's
you know?
amazing. Yeah, and of course we didn't even think about it for about 30 years.
No.
Oh
and
no,
then the
that's
last
right.
10 years it's come up and blown up. Yeah.
So
But good on him,
Taffy,
definitely. Good on him.
quick question. How did you manage to get a photograph of Mr. Pastry?
Now look at that. That's Tony Baker.
Tony Baker.
And God bless him. Do you know, he was a little, see the rascal of it? He's got a little rascal of a face, because my job on the ferries was behind the bar and the shop, and they were connected up. So you'd close the bar and go into the shop, and then close the shop and go into the bar. And Tony Baker, he was always in the restaurant, but this one time they gave him a day in the bar for some reason, and I snapped that photograph because he had such a twinkle in his eye to be behind the bar, you know, because he'd been telling him all about his Love Boat days and you know, and no, because nobody believes you on them ferries. You're nothing on the ferries. You're just toilet cleaner, really.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
really, unless you make it to the dizzy heights of like Miss Inge and Brendan.
I met him. I met him coming out of Old
And
Trafford.
Macca.
Yeah,
I've been to a match at Old Trafford, and I was coming out, going back to the car, and I bumped into him.
oh, he was smashing broke. He really was. He was such a, and that photographs. I wish I never got in contact with his family. I didn't have his address or anything, but I thought I'd have loved to have sent them that photograph because he's got that. It's because he made the connection between when we were working on the ships, you see, and I was a barman and he was a PRS. And I used to always call him number one, you know, because he give him a bit of respect, like, because he'd been around a long time, and I'd sailed with him on the Canberra as well. But he had that cheeky little grin on his face that day. He was in the till. He was putting some money in the till there.
Listen, I'm just going to ask Martin a quick question. Do you remember when you were on the Northern Star? Was it 1994?
It would have been around about May, June time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May.
Can I drop something in? Oh, sorry, I've interrupted now.
Have you got the passenger list there, have you?
No, I've got my discharge book.
Okay.
She broke down in Tunis on the 3rd of June. You weren't there when it broke down, were you?
No, we didn't have any breakdown.
No.
I remember we went to Gibraltar, Madeira, I think Las Palmas.
Yeah.
Palma de Mallorca.
Yeah.
Well, I was on. There was only about 4 or 5 ports anyway. Oh, Lisbon. I think we went to Lisbon as well.
Right. I'm just looking at a discharge book. You reckon it was June? It might have been July.
Could have been. Could have been. Yeah.
Might have been July. Yeah.
But my sister was holidaying recently in Madeira, and I said, "Do they still do the toboggans? You know, the the cobble streets?" And she said, "Oh no, they've stopped all that." But then I saw a photo of somebody recently doing it.
No, they do. They still do it. Yeah.
I thought they,
yeah, they still do it.
Because I remember we went on this taxi took us up into the hills, and we went to this farm, and guy got us in the vats there, treading the grapes for him, you know, doing all that.
It's part of the Princess Cruises, one of the tours, Steve, and we're not going to do it because my wife's back is a bit dodgy, and I've got my neck went wacky one time, so going down those cobblestones like that wouldn't be something you do.
How do you need, John?
Oh, I thought you were talking about getting into the vat of grapes and pressing them.
No, my knee, Taffy, it's going to happen. But we're so busy this year. Like maybe when we get back in October, I'll go to the doctor and say it's time. But until then, I'm fine.
Because I saw a photograph of it, and it did look rather enormous or very odd. You know,
What,
one
my
of
knee?
the photographs.
My knee?
Yeah.
Wow,
I noticed it.
so.
It's very noticeable when you got your shorts on.
Yeah. It swells sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice of you to bring it up, Taffy.
Another thing, who remembers Greg Walker?
Yeah, Greg's a good friend of mine. Yeah.
Well, I picked up on a message from his wife this morning. She sent me a message because they're down in Portugal. They're down in Portugal. And I said, "Oh, you come into the UK?" Because I was down the Falklands with Greg. I can't find the photograph now, but I was down the Falklands with Greg, and his picture was behind Brendan last week.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but
Yeah, anyway, they're going to be in the UK for about 6 or 8 weeks.
yes, he said that they're going to be up in Liverpool in June.
That's right.
Well, trouble is, I've got no details. There's never been any details come up of it. But apparently, there's a bit of a reunion in Liverpool in June.
Correct. Yeah.
Fruity's got all the information on that.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen anything. I just know it's going to be in Liverpool. And I mean, you know me, I just turn up. But it'll be because she messages me back saying, yeah, we're going to be in Liverpool on the 2 days or whatever it is at the Liverpool reunion.
Is it the 6th of June, Dave?
I don't know the details, Steve. Seriously, I'm not up to date with. I haven't had anything through from it. But
are you going up there, Dave?
I probably not. But if I am, I'll be going up and stay at the brother-in-law's. If we do go, but it might not work timing wise. But Steve, you're going to go, aren't you? Across from
Well, it's just up the road. I can jump on the train.
Yeah.
Just for the day. Don't have to stay over.
Greg's very friendly with a guy called Lenny Turner.
Oh yeah, I know Lenny Turner.
Yeah, well, I shared a cabin with Lenny Turner for a while. Lenny's he's in Liverpool in the Merchant Seaman's home there.
Oh, is he?
We've had him on here. We've had him on here.
Lenny,
is he go? Does he go over to Cyprus or something?
He's the lad
he
who's
goes
lost his
over to
legs.
Spain a fair bit.
He's the lad who's lost his legs.
Yeah,
he lost his legs with
He
diabetes.
was on that one time, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a nice fellow, Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, doing it a bit tough of late, but yeah, diamond fella when we were sailing, really nice fella.
Yeah, I think that Merchant Seaman's home is over the water. It's on it's on the other side of the river, the other side of the Mersey.
Yeah,
Birkenhead, that way, Wallasey.
I think when he struck bad times with his health, I think that's when his marriage broke up as well. So yeah, it's a shame.
Of course. Yeah.
The
other Lenny, Lenny Groom.
Oh, sorry, Lenny Groom. I shared with him as well.
So I finished, Steve, keep your eye out for that Greg Walker at Liverpool, because he's going to be there with his wife. So it'd be nice.
He speaks very posh. He speaks like Prince Charles, doesn't he, Taffy? He's from Ascot in Berkshire. They call him Lady Walker. Lady Ascot.
Lady Ascot. Okay. Yeah. I've heard of Lady Ascot.
He's a bundle of fun, though, but a nice chap.
Yeah, brilliant. Hey, well, look, boys, look, Colonel's put the Seattle traffic lights up. And it is coming.
I'm slowing down now, Dave. I'm slowing down.
You are slowing down. Yeah. Hey, but before, obviously, Pete will be looking in, and hopefully Fruity will as well. And hopefully, we'll see Fruity as and when. But the other important thing was that the sad loss of Tinker, Noel Hogan's lovely wife, Tinker, who a lot of us had the pleasure of sailing with back in the day, but also meeting up in Ireland when we did. That was amazing. So I'm glad we went to Ireland, those who could go, because it was a great opportunity to see them. And I'm thinking of Hogan. Oh, he's a good boy. So
that's nice, Dave. Yeah,
we'll be thinking of it. But no, so 2 weeks time for boys, and so pleased to see you, Martin and Watsy, for coming in. Thanks for staying up, Colonel. As usual, we're getting up in the middle of the night to get this up and away.
Okay, mate.
Yeah, brilliant. And
nice to see you all again.
It's nice to have you there. All right, just nice seeing you.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll say good night.
Good stuff.
All right.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
And you,
Cheers,
hello, and
Bye, mate.
Fruity. See you, mate.
Cheers, Steve.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Good to
Bye.
see you. Cheers, Watsy. Cheers,
Cheers.
Martin.
Isolate, I know